I'll do it here on the channel, and heck, might as well just do it live. You guys liked the live cooking last time, so. Oh, yeah, somebody's first. We'll give you guys a few seconds to join up. How's everybody doing? You still alive and well and having to fight for shopping things? I went shopping today. We did our monthly shopping a little early because I didn't have a lot of jobs scheduled today, so I decided it might be better to do it first thing in the morning. So I was there at 7 o'clock when Walmart opened to see if we could get as much as I could. So, hi everybody. Good afternoon. Little kids are here too. They're still doing some school work. You're almost done. Scotland on lockdown, huh? A lot of people are on lockdown. I'm doing okay. I'm actually having a really good day today. I got up at 6 o'clock, which, I mean, I haven't been up before the sun in a long time. And got up and did our shopping. Was that right at Walmart where they opened actually 10 minutes early? They opened 10 minutes early. Hey, Thomas. Walking into a live stream.
I accidentally bought it because get notifications when I have to mine it.
No, actually, I texted you to get 10 pounds, which is what you got.
I accidentally bought it with my card.
Oh, I'll give you some money for it. We'll hook you up with it. So that was the last thing, actually. I'm not going to ruin the surprise, so whether or not we got all the stuff for our shopping. But let's just say I went shopping this morning and I went to 5 stores. So we'll give you a little preview. But all right. Well, Chad reminded me of that joke. What do vegan zombies eat? Grains. All right, I got the corny joke out of the way. So we're going to make the sub bread. And I figure it would be nice to do it live because last time I did the sub things, what did I do that for? Was it for a live dinner? And then everybody wanted to know how we made the sub bread. So I figure we'd do that now. So, all righty. So we're just going to dive right into it. So it's not too much live stuff. So people who don't like lives can still get the recipe. So, all righty. What, buddy? We'll change your goals. Just keep working, all right? You don't need to worry about that right now, okay? Okay, so now this is size for our family, which makes 10 loaves. And they save pretty good. It is a homemade bread, so it'll mold a lot faster than regular bread. But you can half it also if you'd rather. But we're going to start. We're going to use a KitchenAid here, and we can start with the liquid ingredients. That's what I always like to start with. So, and I love cooking by weight. If you guys don't know, I'm an INTJ personality type, so I'm a perfectionist, and I like it to be exactly repeatable and perfect. Andrea used to make so much fun of me because if I got too much water, I'd use a paper towel and just wick a little bit out of there, and she thought I was way overkill. She never measured anything. She never, she just randomly threw stuff in there, and it drove me crazy. So we're going to start with 27 ounces of water. I'm over here for a minute so you won't see me. I should have been prepared with water. So this is also the recipe that destroyed our KitchenAid. So this is why we got the new KitchenAid, because this recipe makes very stiff dough. I've tweaked it with a little more moisture here for you guys. And, well, for me, too. I don't want to destroy this KitchenAid. This is a much more powerful KitchenAid. But it's a very thick dough. We just add a couple more ounces of water if you want to try to reproduce it exactly like we had it. Actually, I've been doing 26 ounces. But I'm actually going only at 27 ounces this time. Anyways, the KitchenAid we got, the industrial, KitchenAid finally made an industrial one, which is really, really, really good. It's in the link of in our description of the video. You should have an Amazon affiliate link if you want to get those or see which one we got. The other real secret is these nylon rubber-coated sub-roll mats. These are why the breads turn out to look exactly like Subway's. They're wonderful. These are available on the Amazon affiliate link too, if you want them. and I just like to set them inside of a cookie tray. Oh, I should have over here. Just set these right inside of a cookie tray, and that's what we use to let the breads. We actually can cook them right in that, and when they form up real nice. What did I do with the cup that I just had? Oh, there it is. I like hot water, so it was letting the water warm up. Hot water makes it mix better, it makes the yeast rise better. All right, so 27 ounces. There we go. 27 ounces of water. And it's going to be 4 eggs. The eggs give it that little more stiff feeling, kind of like Subway bread when you can, it's hollow on the outside, it makes it when you tap it. I like to add the sugar to the water also. Yep, if you got the thumbs up, I gotta keep remembering to do that. Give the video a like. If you haven't subscribed to our channel and you're just lurking, then you should just unlurk and do subscribe there. And if you haven't made an account, you should just make one. You really get better recommendations that way. Okay, so it's going to be 8 ounces of sugar. You can use honey. Actually, I usually use honey, but I'm not going to do that right now. You can use 8 ounces of honey if you'd rather. Makes it taste a little nicer. All right, 8 ounces of sugar. And, oh yeah, 2 1/3 cup of butter. And I need to get those eggs all kind of broken up. You're better off going in weight. You're almost, because the problem is you can measure things with cups and it's not the same. You can have 10 people measure a cup of flour and 10 people will come up with different amount of flour in every single one. So it's not very efficient to do it in cups. But if you want to, it's a cup of sugar basically and about 3 cups of water and 4 eggs. That's where we're at. Alrighty, so you don't got a really big KitchenAid. You're not going to make our size in your thing anyways. But you're going to need 56.5 ounces of flour. That's 11 cups. So a lot of people won't be able to get that. And I usually like to do half all-purpose flour and half bread flour. That gives it a nice mix. Bread flour's got more gluten in it, which is the structure of bread, makes it firmer. That's why bread flour's got more gluten in it. Yeah? Everybody wants ice water? You're so cute, baby girl. 56 and half. There we go. I don't use any gluten. Can you do almond flour? I'm not familiar with how that actually works out. I'm sure you can do any kind of flour you want, but my experience when you go changing flours around, the recipe gets messed up a lot. So you might it'll come out, but it might not be. It might be too soft or too firm or too liquidy. But alrighty, and salt. It's going to be 4 teaspoons of salt or 0.6 ounces. And don't lose count. Yeah, I was looking at a scale, so I wasn't going to mess up. Nice try. Okay. And then 4 teaspoons of yeast, or it's about an ounce. Or it's exactly an ounce, rather. Hey, you guys, calm it down a little bit. All right, that should be pretty much everything there. I ought to put that scale. I think that scale is available on Amazon. I'll put it in our affiliate link after I do this. This is the best scale I've found, and I really regretted paying. I think I paid like $40 or $50 for the thing. And I was like, I can't believe I'm paying this much for a scale. But it can do hundredths of an ounce, which is very accurate. I actually originally got it for doing the Pinewood Derby cars when the boys were in Scouts, so I can get their weight exactly right. I like to just stir it together and make it scrappy. Get it kind of started. If you're using a bread machine, you're going to do the dough cycle. You can't get that much in a bread machine, I guess. With a KitchenAid, I like to do a speed 2. Guess I can go back to this one because it's not there anymore. Where's our dough hook? Speed 2 for 8 minutes. I always need all of our dough speed 2 for 8 minutes, whether it's pizza or bread or subs or whatever we're doing. So that's going, and again, one more time on the recipe. It's going to be 3 cups of water, or 27 ounces, 1 cup of sugar, or that's 8 ounces, 4 teaspoons of salt, with 0.6 ounces, 4 eggs, 56.5 ounces of flour, or 11 cups, 4 teaspoons of yeast, which is about an ounce, and 2/3 of a cup of butter, melted. So, do your work, buddy. Yep. I'm live right now, buddy. Okay, well, we're going to do, how about we do you haven't even started your work, buddy. Here, why don't you take your word birding test, and I'll read you your words while we're waiting for that to go. So, we got 8 minutes to wait there. Can you show the draw you keep the drawer? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Andrea designed all this stuff here. They're just, these are dressers from IKEA. There's 3 sets of them, and she just lined them up here, and we bought this butcher block top for the top of it, and the drawers just come open. So it works really good. They're actually very good drawers. They have a full back, and they have everything's closed on the bottom, so it works really good for keeping anything out, and it keeps it still pretty fresh. So I wasn't sure about the freshness stuff, but it actually worked out very, very well. We've been using it for probably about a year now, and we really like it. So, hey, Abigail. Yep, I did do it. See, I'm vegan, so you would need substitutes. Yep, I'm sorry, Holly. I don't know how that stuff works, but that's how it works the way I make it, and however you do it, then that'll work too. So, all right, Solly, we're gonna do your words, okay? Solly's taking a spelling test, so while we're waiting, I'm gonna read Solomon his spelling words. Yeah, don't take that apart right now, little buddy. You should be worried about your test. You guys want to watch Solly take his spelling test? If bread was in stock, would you still make the bread? Well, I have never seen sub rolls for sale. That's what we're making now is sub rolls. And even if I did, they would not be this big or this awesome. So generally, I'm not going to make bread. I'm going to try to buy bread. I think flour is more valuable in this apocalypse scenario than just using it to make bread. So, all right, Solly. Number 1. Well, that's the self-test. Okay, we go. End. You're almost at the end of the school day. End. You gotta sharpen your pencil. Why am I not surprised that you're not ready? Okay, well. Okay. Let me know when you got it. Shell. The peanut had a thick shell. Self. Self. Huh? No, myself is a different word. I'm trying to think of a word that just has self in it. I can't think of a word that just has self in it, a sentence.
You are yourself.
Yourself is a different word. Anyways, self. The word is self. That's my sentence. Left. We are going to have a couple sub roles left after to save. You homeschooled your 5 kids, huh, Julie? Well, that's awesome. Homeschooling is great. We homeschool anyways. We're not quarantined. Or maybe we are. I don't know. No, we're not. I mean, we're not doing anything different. Helpful. You should be very helpful to your brothers and sisters. Helpful. Andrea would do, and you were thinking you're not doing a good job. You're doing awesome. I don't know. I'm doing better lately. Would. Would you like to have a sub roll for dinner, Solomon? You would. Self-care is important. There you go. Good sentence, Samantha. Well done. I was drawing a blank. Tent. When you camp, you sleep in a tent. We haven't done that in a while, have we? We should do that. What? I'm not going to put a tent up in our backyard. Not the big tent. You can put the little tents in the backyard, but that doesn't really count as camping. Bell. When you are done with your school, you get to ring the bell. You're homeschooling for 20 more years, still have 16 more to go. Well, that's awesome. Melanie, how many kids do you got? Solly, focus on your work. Held. I held Solomon when he was a baby. Focus, buddy. You used to live in Belle-Fourche. Oh, yeah. No, Belle-Fourche is pretty close. It's like an hour and a half drive, something like that. Oh, I forgot. What word did we use last? Bell? Held. Okay. Rent. When you have a house, you have to pay rent if you're renting a house. That's a bad sentence. Some people pay rent. What?
Like if you rent the house, like I don't know what happened to my tent.
Okay, well, let's not worry about that right now. Let's take your test.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, we will go camping again sometime soon.
Like, I should never, and I should always say yes to Jesus.
Yeah, that's right, buddy.
It says it in my page.
Yeah, it does. You should always say yes to Jesus. But let's not worry about the sentences. You go ahead and just spell the words, okay, buddy? He's so cute. You do a great job. I know how it turned upside down, out, inside out. This is kind of what us feels. It is. It's really terrible. Ben, how have you been today? Yeah, you guys give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And you know what? It doesn't seem like it helps, but it does. Web. The spider built a big web. Oh, now I got to think about how I'm going to do this. Web. Next. Earth. God made the whole earth. Earth. Let's see if I can change this around here too. What do we got here? Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Let's see here. That'll kind of do. West. Go west, young man. Which isn't a very good sentence for your spelling, but that's what came to my mind. Hello. Hello, Solomon. Spell the word hello. Sell.
I will sell my banana.
You will sell your bananas. That's right. Why don't you spell it, boy? 10 kids for you. That's awesome. Congrats. Big families are so much fun. I pity the people that don't have big families.
I just know that
Solly, let's not talk about that right now, okay? What word did I just tell you? What? Sell. Hey there, Ann. Doing very well. Maybe I shouldn't have started giving him his spelling words right now, but we'll see how this works out. It sounded cute at the time, but he's got a lot of spelling words. Did you write sell? Oh, sounds like Hannah's waking up. So I'm just putting some flour all over the table and inside of the stuff here, the dough. Maybe I should go on the other side, huh? Her Dutch oven recipe, I can probably find it somewhere. I needed to watch that myself because I don't remember how it works, and we've been missing making that. I feel like they're 10 ounces per ball, but yeah, 10 ounces per thing. So I had to separate this out into 10 ounces. Having a scale is really handy. Otherwise, you can just try and cut this into 10 pieces. Solly, what word are you on? Have you done cell yet? You having a hard time? Well, I'm gonna try to post the shopping video. I did our monthly shopping trip today, right when Walmart opened, and they had a lot of stuff at our Walmart. I heard one of the grocery store people say that they had more food on the shelves than they've had all week. All right, friend. Solomon is my friend. So now I'm just making 10-ounce piles of dough. Where's Claudia? Where's Claudia at? Just a second. Kid down. Come on, baby girl. Come up here. Oh, baby girl. That's all right. Got a skin knee. You're all right. You're a strong girl. You're all right, baby girl.
Oh, can we be outside? We have done that.
Outside while we eat dinner? That might be a good idea. Would you like to be outside and eat dinner today, Claudia? You got to finish your work. Sorry about that, guys. Pull. Pull up a chair.
This would have been so much easier, but I accidentally did it wrong.
Uh-oh. You're going to have to fix it then. All right, so where was I? I guess we're 10 ounces each of these balls. There is a friend that sticks closer than a brother. Amen. Solly.
Yes.
7. Solomon is 7. Great sentence. Statue. Live cooking's a lot slower than regular cooking videos, huh? Where stuff just instantly gets done. But it's also kind of like a regular live video, see? It's a little bit of both. How many live cooking shows have you seen? I'll bet none. Okay. What number? What are you on, Solly? Are you still thinking?
No.
What number are you on? Did you write 7 yet? Yeah. Well, just work on your work there, okay? I got a lot of irons in the fire right now. No, you're on number 21, right? Statue. You did already do statue. Daddy messed up somewhere. What number did you statue on?
20.
No, 20 was 7.
No.
Oh my gosh, let me see your work. That's what I get. Either I went wrong or you did. Let's see here. Statue 7, pull friend. You didn't write pull, buddy. Pull up a chair. Remember that one? You skipped it.
I never heard
Yeah, well, I did tell you that, little boy. Yep, why don't you fix it? Move 7 and statue down 1, and then write the word pull there. Because 7, 8, 9. What's the Yoda one? Why was 6 afraid of 7 in Star Wars? Something like that. Because 6, 7, 8. I don't remember. I butchered the joke, but it was funnier. Does Solly get distracted easy? Oh, mama, you are right about that. Yeah, him and a lot of other kids. They all get distracted easy. Asher doesn't get distracted easy. But they all have their distractions. What number are you on? Help. What? Buddy, why don't you focus on writing the words right now? You can tell me all the things you want to tell me later. How about that? Spend. On Thursdays, we go to let you spend your money. Your recipes where you check your ingredients and it will give you recipes to try too. Oh, I see. Well, our chat community is awesome just because the people that are in our channel are awesome. Shed. Daddy built the bike shed. Belt. You use a belt to hold up your pants. Next. Next is next. How many more words? There's 50 words on this thing. Step. Step. Watch your step. Okay, the good part with these silicone molds is you don't have to spray them. You don't have to do nothing to them. They're great. Yeah, why don't you read them as words? We're on number 28. Right, Solly?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Eden. Are you finished with your school? All right, so now you're going to roll these into foot-long rolls. It's important that you just don't stretch too much or don't push down too much or you get lopsided rolls. Just kind of go slow and level them out. You buy pajamas for the kids, or do they just wear clothes to bed? They have pajamas, but sometimes they don't wear them. Sometimes they get washed way too frequently. Sometimes they're lost. But they all have pajamas. Well, the younger ones do. Thomas doesn't wear pajamas. Asher doesn't wear pajamas. Do you, Asher? You don't have any My Little Pony pajamas? Solly, don't listen to what I'm saying. Do your work. That one's not long enough. I'm not satisfied. They'll always get fatter. They're not going to really get longer. So make sure you get it as long as you want it if you're using these things. And again, if you want these silicone molds, you can click on our Amazon affiliate link and we earn a couple bucks off of you buying them. It's in the description of the video. Yes, Ollie, just concentrate on writing your words, please, buddy. Stop being distracted. Hey there, Diane. Good to see you. I'm mostly multitasking. I was given a test there, but Eden's working on the test now, thankfully. $435 watch, 195 likes. Okay, so let's see how you can get it. I think we can get it to, let's see, 75%. What would that be? 300 likes or so. Everybody stops what they're doing and goes and pushes the thumbs up on there. How high would that go? Some people come in late. Some people come in later and leave. Not everybody stays for the whole thing. So we probably got mostly new people here. So we should be able to get the likes pretty up there. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, it actually really does help the channel. It causes YouTube to recommend us more. So you should do that. Take any online orders for that bread? Only make tortillas or biscuits and cinnamon sticky buns. Andrea made the best homemade tortillas. I didn't eat them, but they were really tasty. I like corn tortillas. But she tried that one time, but it was a lot harder to make corn tortillas. But no, I actually don't like making the bread that much. I mean, it's fun cooking, but this is one of the more deluxe dinners that we have. The likes went fast, huh? What are we up to? How high are we going to get this? Hey there, Kim. Good to see you. We're making sub bread. Oh, you just subscribed. I don't know why I never hit the button. I always forgot. Well, see? It helps to ask then. I realized that actually does help. I saw our subscribers go up last time I did, and I was like, hey, that actually works. And again, that really helps us. It causes us to get recommended to more people. 272. That's about what I estimated. We get it to 300. That's 75% of the people who are here. A couple times we've got it up to 100%. It's not technically 100% because people leave and come back, and the like stays. But still, we got it up to 400. We get it up to 400. That'd be crazy. Technically, there's 400 people here. We could get it up that high, right? Well, thank you, Ladybug. That was awful kind. That's a pretty cute fox. The teacher and the coronavirus going on. It looks like our school is suggesting we are out till May. I keep hearing all kinds of rumors that they're just going to close for the rest of the year. I wouldn't be surprised. Our kids are bummed out. Yeah, our kids are still going like nothing happened, huh? Yeah, but you guys will be ahead. They'll all be behind. You already were ahead because you're homeschooled. Alrighty. So the official Subway manual, which I have read, says you're supposed to proof the bread at 105 degrees at 80% relative humidity. I made a box once that did it exactly right, but nowadays what I do, let me just change that around. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. No, I'll change the camera angle. is to make the oven go down to as low as it can go. On our oven, it's 170 degrees. And it takes 4 minutes to get to that. So I usually stop it a little over 2 minutes into the preheat cycle. And that's right about 105 degrees. And then I spray a bunch of water on the bread. That keeps it from getting too hard in the crust, and it keeps it rising better. If there's too much crustiness on the outside, it'll stop rising. And then I usually spray a bunch in the oven to get the humidity level higher. When I worked at Subway, their proofing ovens, proofing little boxes, was just a big warmer that had a big pot of water in the bottom of it. And that's all it was. And those are basically going to rise there for as long as you want it to be. So I don't imagine you guys are probably going to be here by the time I actually cook them. But what I'll do is I'll get an egg white and put it in a bowl with a little bit of water and kind of whisk it together, make it all foamy. And then I'll take a little brush and brush it on top of brush the tops of the breads and before I cook them. And that makes it have that nice yellowy tan color on the top and gives it a nice kind of a shine. And it makes the breads look much more attractive. Maybe that's why my breads were always flat. Maybe if it's flat, it's one of a couple things. It might not have enough moisture. If it's not enough moisture, it doesn't rise very good. Of course, not enough yeast is possible, or it's maybe not enough time or covered, or the outside can get dry and it'll cause it not to rise very good. So. A gent? A gent is like a gentleman. Where are you seeing that? The gent. Yeah, that's like a man. Oh, it's a rhyming one. That's why it said gent. That's cute. Do you sing while you cook too? I don't know how many people, about 170 people all got to hear me sing on Sunday. That was the most embarrassing thing in the whole world. Oh, I can't believe that. Ah. Mom did? Oh, really? Asher says Andrea has videos of me singing somewhere that she's been stealthily taking. I'm sure I'll find them someday. Would you put seeds or herbs on now? Yeah, Joan. Like oats is really good sprinkled on the top. None of my kids will eat them if we do that, so I don't do that. But you're better off doing that right before you cook them. So let it rise, and then right before you cook them is when you brush the egg on. You can brush the egg on and put any herbs and spices and oats on top of that, and that'll cause it to stick real good too and work really nice. So it wasn't awesome. That was lame sauce. Oh my gosh, so embarrassing. Hey there, Morgan. Good to see you. Solly is a gent. He's got a nice smile on his face now. How long do the kids have to learn 50 spelling words? How many pages are in that pace? Like 39, and they do 3 days. I mean, maybe 3 or 4 pages a day. I don't know, week and a half, something like that.
5, 4, 3.
Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to stop it halfway into the cycle, and I let it preheat all the way to 170, which has happened more than once. If it gets too hot, it'll start to cook the bread, and that will stop the baking process as well. So I'm just going to let the oven open and let some of the heat out. I've turned the oven off now. And I'll spray it down with some more water, both for some more humidity, and that'll lower the temperature a little bit from my little oopsie here. Any game playing tonight? I don't know. I'm not sure what we're going to do this evening. Yeah, I haven't really thought about it. Making sub bread for dinner. How have you and the kids been? We've been doing all right. I did my shopping video this morning, and well, not video. I did shopping and our monthly shopping trip, and that was exciting to being out with all the coronavirus nonsense. I mean, if we take away all the scariness and the panic, which I'm not panicked anyways, it's kind of fun, right? I mean, who's with me? I mean, trying to run around scavenge stuff. It's like Walking Dead in real life. It's kind of fun. I imagine if you were really low and you're completely unprepared, you're probably getting panicky, and that's not fun. But it's kind of fun seeing everybody freaking out, and you have the toilet paper and you run for the door and all that stuff. I don't know. Are all schools closed in the U.S.? I don't know if that's the case. They're all state things instead of country, so every state makes their own decisions. I don't even know. It might even be district to district or county to county. I know our schools are closed, and I think probably most of them are, if not all of them. I can't say for sure. Were the stores restocked? So yeah, you guys are watching here. I can spill the beans for you. So it was fine. They had toilet paper. I went to 5 stores, but only because when I got all done, I still didn't have flour, and I needed a couple more paper towels because Walmart was restricting you to 1 package per person. So I went to another store. I went to Smith's, and I got another package of paper towels, and they didn't have any flour either. I went to 5 stores. None of them had flour. But the last store, our local shop here in Moorcroft, they had a bunch of pallet of a truck in the back, and they said, I don't know what's on there. There might be flour. I said, well, I'll come back later. And I came back in a couple hours, and they had a whole bunch of flour. So I think flour is more rare than toilet paper by far. By far. The people in the store, the employees, I heard somebody talking to another employee saying that they had more food on the shelves than they have all week. So I don't know if that's because they're being more well stocked, or people are freaking out less, or what. But it won't let me buy the molds. It won't. Why not? It should. Calling ahead. None of the, there's all signs in most of the stores that says you can't call and reserve stuff, or can't call and ask about stock. But if that mold link is bad, does it say they're out of stock or something? There was one more that had it, and I can add that on there after this is done. So there was plenty of toilet paper. I mean, there wasn't I shouldn't say plenty. They had toilet paper. Like, you could walk up and get one. There was no line, and there was toilet paper there, and most of the stores had some. So they had one. Walmart had an employee there, a police officer, so to speak. Hannah doesn't want to come inside. It's okay, baby girl. Sure.
They're actually going out of the side of the pond.
Oh my goodness.
We saw one.
Did you see some fish?
A dead one.
Oh yeah, no, that was one of the ones I got out during the wintertime. All of our fish are that big now.
I thought chocolate chip in the
No flour, we are baking at home.
But it's dead now.
Yeah. All right, go play. I was thinking that either everybody kind of got caught up with what they had, or possibly they're just getting stocked a bunch more. I'm not positive, so. Dollar stores usually have toilet paper and flour. I thought about that. But I literally, there's only 4 grocery stores in Gillette where I was shopping, and I went to them all, and there wasn't a scrap of flour anywhere. So I half thought about going to the dollar store. Then I was like, they're not going to have any there. So there was this one store in Gillette that's pretty obscure. It's not a very popular store. I keep thinking it's going to shut down, and they didn't have any. So you able to get flour and sugar at the Dollar General. There was no problem getting sugar. While the stock was low, every store had sugar. So it was the flour that was very, very difficult. But like, your 2-year-old cries whenever you come from playing the item, no matter how long we're out there. That's the truth. That's with her. She's back out there now. So I'm not sure why they even came in. They wanted to tell me a story about fish, so the fish in the pond. Mold link worked for you. Okay. Look at that. People are doing it. They're absolutely great. I kind of hate that they're so expensive. $14 is a lot for a mold. But they're going to last a long time, and they straight up make the difference between a Subway-looking bread to a blob of stuff that the kids, cut into that's all flat. Having the sides really make the difference because that causes it to rise higher. Otherwise, it just kind of spreads out, and you get a big flat pancake. Thomas could bring home flour from the store. Actually, he did that while we were sitting here. He didn't realize that I already went to the store and got some, and I'm not sure why he went down there. I kind of thought maybe he was working, but he came back with a couple things of flour too. So we got more than enough. We are officially caught up. I don't want to be hoarding. I wasn't guilty of any hoarding apart from I was walking by at Smith's, and they had cases of tomato soup there, 10 for $10. 10 cans for $10, and they had little cases there. I was like, oh my gosh! And they had them, and there was not a tomato soup to be found at any of the other stores. So I just grabbed the whole case, even though I didn't necessarily need any. So, have you tried to order from Azure like Andrea did? Yeah, I thought about it. Mrs. Reeves, the lady that comes to our church, Andrea is actually kind of the one that kind of started the Azure standard in this area. Well, I told her about it because of the tapioca, and then she started doing it. She became the leader of ordering it in the community, and everybody calls her for the orders. But Andrea was doing too much, and so she handed that over to Mrs. Reeves, the lady who comes and does our church with us. And so she's still doing that. So I've thought about ordering some stuff, but I just haven't. I'm sure they're going to be out of everything too. I feel like you got to be in the right place at the right time now to get stuff during all this craziness. Yeah, tomato soup, you can do so much with tomato soup. I mean, I've used it straight out of the can as pizza sauce before. A pizza purist would cringe at that, but it works, and it's a nice sweet sauce. You can make spaghetti sauce out of it. You can make soup. You can do all kinds of stuff with tomato soup. And we had about a half a case already, but we use 3 cans every time we have tomato soup in our family. So, and that isn't enough sometimes. So I got a whole other case. I guess I was hoarding a little bit. I'm trying not to be a hoarder at all. I don't want to be part of the problem. Tried the goat trees with mayo yet? No, I haven't. I need to make one for me. If I even told the kids that's what it was, they would all flip out and not have it. Of course, Asher doesn't have any anyways, do you? Grilled cheese? You don't like grilled cheese, right? After all this crazy stuff, best buy double of everything. Yeah, maybe that's the answer. I think the answer is to stop being crazy, but maybe that's just me. I feel like a lot of this is more people's panic than it is coronavirus. Coronavirus isn't cleaning out the stores. It's people cleaning out the stores. Yeah, Shelby, exactly right. When I saw the tomato soup there, I was like, what? Tomato soup? When I was at Walmart, I went by to look. If they had any tomato soup, I was going to buy a few cans and fill up our case again. But when they had it at Smith's, I was like, well, yoink. You cut slits on the subs to help make the subs bake better. No, I don't. I don't think that's necessary unless you were making really, really thick bread. And it makes it look kind of weird if you're making subs out of them. But you could, though. Well, thank you, Jen. I hope you enjoy it. Is Thomas working extra hours? No, I think he's still working about the same as he has been. But his friend Caden, his best friend, which you've seen on a few videos, he was actually here for church on Sunday. He got a job at the grocery store too now, so now they both work there. All the markets are going to have a great quarter. I think everybody will. I was trying to think about who's making the most money off of this deal. Because I don't necessarily think it's the stores. I mean, they're obviously ordering more product and selling more product, so that's good for them. But they're not profiting any more than they normally would. And as a supply and demand, I mean, the price of toilet paper is through the roof. And I guarantee you it's not the stores making that cut. So I'm assuming it's the people manufacturing the toilet paper that's making that cut. Or maybe the warehouses. Because imagine if you had a whole warehouse of toilet paper that you cost X dollars, and then all of a sudden supply was low, and so you tripled the price, you're going to make all that money on all the stock you had. So, because I don't call what you buy hoarding, but essential. Sure. Well, it is essential to us, but people think I'm hoarding. I mean, I wasn't able to. Walmart was limiting us to 1 gallon of milk each, and I still got 2, and I had Judah get 2, and that kind of kept us going. I need to keep going more regular. We go through 9 gallons of milk a week at our house. No, I buy 9 gallons about every Friday night when we go shopping. I almost always buy 9 gallons. Well, whatever it is, we use about a gallon a day here. Oh yeah, the yeast. I don't think you have a hard time getting yeast. We like to use instant yeast. I should have mentioned that. We like instant yeast as opposed to active dry yeast. Instant yeast doesn't have to be activated, and it rises longer, and it's stronger, and it's just better. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Allison. Thomas doesn't work every day. He's only got a couple days a week. He's still got to do school and stuff. Did Thomas do school today? He did? Okay, good. You don't know you have a large family, shop away. Yeah, I don't. I know that's true. Nobody knows, but I still get the bad looks in the store. Although I didn't. I had my giant full cart. I was a little nervous about the fact, you've seen how big our carts get. I'm driving around Walmart with a giant cart. But I was at home before any of the kids were up really still. Asher was up and the little girls, but that's pretty much it. Wow, Amazon's hiring 100,000 staff. That's ridiculous. We limit things, but a family of 6 will buy whatever the limit is, having less for other customers. That's true. A family of 6 would, but if you're actually talking about how many items per person, they're getting less than you. A family of 6 is not going to be able to get 6 people's worth most of the time. So usually they're the ones taking the hit. I have no flour, but I have Insta yeast. I can send some to you. Oh, we got yeast. We're okay. Thankfully, I bought a bunch of blocks last time I was here. I'm not sure where Thomas is at. He's probably in his bed. I'm not going to go get him right now. But Thomas might even be watching. That's possible. You feel like you were looting Costco when you bought water for the tornado victims. Oh, yeah. That was something that was interesting. They were limiting water to 1 item each. But I have never seen so much water in a Walmart ever. They were stocked to the gills. Everything was completely stocked, 100% full, and there was stuff laying in the aisles. So they had more water there than anything. And I was surprised that they were limiting, but either way. I think it's because they're limiting. And our Walmart is actually putting people there to watch. So when they're limiting the toilet paper to 1 per person, there's somebody there watching you to make sure you don't get some. And of course, people abuse it. Their kids go in or whatever. And I guess they anticipate that. But it is helping. Hey there, Just Keep Fishing. Good to see you. A funny thing is, I was a lot of water. I didn't get any water. I had already been kind of hoarding. I was buying a couple gallons every now and then. It's not a bad thing to have water. So I got about 6 or 7 gallons of distilled water down there. I've noticed Walmart's doing some tricks too. So like the butter, rather than just piling the butter in stacks of 4, and stacking them up real high, they took them out of the packages and laid each box flat and went horizontally. So the butter was spread out over a long section, all one high. And they were clearly trying to make it look like it was super stocked. I'm assuming that would make people panic less if they go and they see, oh, look at all the butter they have. Oh, I guess I don't need to hoard butter. I'm sure that's the logic. I thought it was a pretty smart idea. But everything was stacked and spread out all over the store to make it look like there was more there than what there was. Yeah, I read that story, Miss Kitty, about the guy with the distilled water. Of course, it is a terrible, sad thing, but those kinds of stories go right to the front page. The media is looking for people like that. I hope the old man found some distilled water. If I don't miss my guess, he's probably got more than he knows what to do with now. But no, I don't like filtered water. I'd rather have distilled. I don't mind any water. All water's fine. But if I'm buying my preferred water, it's going to be distilled. Can't find any. Wow, really? Well, I guess that's one of the advantages of being in Wyoming, I suppose, but we haven't had too much trouble getting water. Well, thank you, Lee. Ooh. I saw it already. You showed it to me.
You can't look.
I won't look. Oh, did you find a weed?
Yeah, weed.
Very cool.
Because this one is for you.
Thank you.
You can have it.
Thank you, Claudia.
And this is for you too.
Oh, thank you. Great.
You can write it on paper. You can put it with food.
Oh, that's awful nice. Yeah.
Wait, whose birthday is it?
It's nobody's birthday. Let's see how high the bread has risen by now. Although I should probably cook it pretty soon. It's going to be dinner time. I might not have thought this through very well. It's Taco Tuesday, baby girl, for the 50,000th time. Tomorrow's Taco Tuesday, baby girl. Oh, darn it. Well, I want these to rise more, but they also need to be cooked and eaten. So I already forgot. I didn't tell you what temperature to cook them at, did I? Where did my thing go? I don't know where my recipe went that I had written down at my cheat sheet. Oh, here we go. I didn't tell you guys what to cook it at. 375 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and cook these now. They're not going to be as big as I would have liked, but dinner time is approaching rapidly.
There is a customer in the office.
Is there I think it was a kiddo going outside. I haven't really had anybody coming in today. Look out, baby girl. Why don't you go play? Claudia is picky. Yeah, she's picky. Oh, there is a customer. Oh, my goodness. Did you go help him, Asher? If you need any help, come back. I'll go down there. Okay, you're going to say your verse? Go ahead. Come over here. Say it over here. Say your verse in here.
Can
You want to look for a minute? What's your name? What's today?
Monday.
Okay, what's yours?
He got it is that to go with see Deuteronomy 31:6.
Yes, good job. What? Okay, I'll be right back. I got to go help a customer. I probably should just end the stream, I guess. But you cook them for $3.75 for 20 to 25 minutes, and I guess we'll let you guys go. And I'm gonna go help those customers. So we haven't been keeping the Paces Family Farmhouse. We usually get rid of them unless they're really cute. But I guess we'll see you guys a little bit later, and maybe I'll do a live a little bit later tonight. I don't know yet. Aww. Thanks, Paula. That's awful kind of you.